Most rescue workers had to hike 6 miles to get to the scene. They reported only the tail section intact, no signs of life.
Among the wreckage are the remains of 49 men, women, and children. The youngest, just 3 weeks old.
This was the worst plane crash in California history.
In an area swarming with military flights, the deadly collision sends a chill through the flying public.
We were very concerned about the mid-air collision.
Investigators need to figure out what went wrong before it happens again. 10 days after the crash, searchers finally find the nose of the DC-9 nearly a kilometer from the main fuselage.
Bingo.
There's only one way to explain the size and angle of the gash slicing through the cockpit.
Looks like the stabilizer cut the plane in two.
So it's a hit like this.
The F-4 had actually penetrated the DC-9 on the left side a few feet from the nose. So frankly, F-4 hit the DC-9 rather than the DC-9 hitting the F-4.
And we know who hit who.
The markings suggest the F-4 tried to avoid the DC-9 at the last second.
Cut off the nose of the airplane. And that took away all the controls, and the airplane, as some of the observers on the ground said, it was like a falling leaf until it hit the ground.
The F-4 is coming in at 420 knots from the north, slightly east. The DC-9 is coming in at 320 knots from the southwest.
Okay, 040, direct attack it.
What's the rate of closure?
I was able to calculate the closing speed of these two planes was roughly 1,000 feet per second. And if one thinks about that, and a good comparison is the muzzle velocity of a .45 caliber gun.
In the seconds before the crash, radar operator Sheese has his head down checking his scope. Pilot Phillips is likely checking instruments.
At 15 seconds, the F-4 is 1/10 of an inch big in the window. Tiny. 10 seconds, 3/10 of an inch. Still tiny, but maybe now we can see it. 5 seconds, the entire window's filled.
In addition to the rapid closing speed, the color of the fighter may have also been a factor.
It would be very difficult in the accident context for the airline guys to spot the F-4 because it was painted Marine/Navy gray-blue, which would be very hard to see against the sky, which in fact is the objective.
The probability of these two aircraft, either one detecting and avoiding the other, was slim and none.
Investigators suspect the design of the DC-9 cockpit, with its wide window dividers, may have made the visibility problem even worse.
You can't see it here. Or here.
The F-4 would have been hidden
Or here.
by the window posts
It's completely obstructed.
for close to 25 seconds.
It's virtually impossible for the DC-9 crew to have detected the F-4 as it approached.
Just another hazy day.
None of the pilots that day had enough time to see the other plane in their path. The investigators reach an alarming conclusion. Air transportation in America has a dangerous flaw. The military and civilian systems don't communicate.
Could we have done anything different? No, absolutely not. It was just something that happened. We could not have changed it, not us.
The exhaustive investigation produces two separate reports, one civilian and one military. They cover every detail of the deadly accident. How two Marine airmen were hindered by an oxygen leak.
So there's no way to fix it at this base?
How they took off without advising civilian air traffic controllers and flew low over the California desert.
Was that something there?
How controllers couldn't track the supersonic fighter jet, and why the crew of a DC-9 with 44 passengers on board never saw them coming.
Just another hazy day.
The reports lead to important changes in the rules governing aviation.
Military pilots used to fly VFR, visual flight rules, which has a much lesser requirement for reporting positions and that sort of thing. And so, as a result of this accident, everybody had to be on radar control, and that means being controlled by radar operators on the ground.
Military pilots are now advised of all restricted air traffic zones near commercial airports.